All right. Hello, everybody. Me and my own hype team. What is up, everyone? Today is Friday, and it's Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live every Friday at 1 p.m. with the Yes Chef Carlos podcast. Here you all are. Today is Friday, and yes, it's 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and y'all know every Friday I go live with the Yes Chef Carlos podcast because I'm here to bring you some life, some vida. Okay, I'm here to lead, inspire, feed, and educate. So wherever you're watching, whatever you're doing, give me a hashtag Yes Chef Carlos down below, and let's get this show on the road. Y'all know today we got a little good signed up for today's contact information, only because I want to give you all some true razzle dazzle. Speaking of Raz, what up? I got some Yes Chef Carlos already in the comments. If you haven't already, give me some love. Give me a hashtag Yes Chef Carlos down below, and let me know where you're tuning in from, whatever city, whatever country, whatever state, whatever part of the world you are in. We have reached almost 20 countries in the last few months, and I'm excited. We've had the Philippines join in, Costa Rica, Germany. We've had the whole show. So, and then of course we have all of the USA up in here present doing their thing. And again, everybody, my name is Yes Chef Carlos, and I'm just here living my life, bringing you some life, leading, inspiring, feeding, and educating. And today we are talking about begin anywhere, and that's called basically how do you rest. So how do you rest? All right, so before we go into our conversation today, y'all know every time I go live I light a white pure candle, and this one was a gift for me for the Pride Month. As we all know, we are celebrating Pride here in the States, and again, I like to always light a candle just to kind of start this conversation, bring the light to us, the power, the energy, and start a conversation. What the beautiful is, once this conversation's done, it's out there in the world. We've manifested our goals, our likes, our dislikes, our interest, our non-interest. Once we're done, we just turn it off and be like, you know what, this conversation's done. It's in the world. Let it do its thing. And at that point, we get to move on with our life because we had this conversation. So y'all know I got this gift from my sister-in-law, beautiful Sandra, and it is the rainbow confetti from Bath & Body Works, and it smells like Fruity Pebbles. So for any perfect meeting, yes, it is Pride Month, and of course, we out here smelling like Fruity Pebbles. Let's be real. So y'all know, okay? Y'all already know, okay? If you haven't already, make sure if you have the chance to go check out my boy Norman J. Liverpool the Fourth. He's out here doing. We have Greece in the house, everybody. Sorry, I got excited. Greece is in the house today. Hello. I'm resting on my bed on my back. Yes, my godfather did have some surgery, and I love you too. And again, thank you and a shout out to you. But get some love and rest. I love you. And it goes. We have some Debbie Sanchez. And I think we might have some love on here, but it didn't show because I'm pretty sure it's a GIF. But tell me where you're calling in from, what you're tuning in from, what you're doing, what are you up to? And again, give me a hashtag Yes Chef Carlos, but tell me where you're calling in from. But before we do and get started, please let me also know, how do you rest? Okay, but shout out back again to Over the Top Living for helping me tell my story, my journey, my living and walking in next level confidence. He does it. He tells it. Go check him out on Amazon. He is a beautiful person. And again, it's a book full of positive quotes. And again, it's just this is what we do, right? This is what we do. Love you, clean the house. Yes, listen to me while you clean the house, Debbie. I appreciate it. I love it. And again, everybody, my name is YESCHEFCARLOS, and I'm here to bring you some life today. A little leading, inspiring, feeding, and educating. And again, this is just my routine, my life, my struggles that I talk about. Nothing more scientifically proven, nothing of that sort. But if you don't like it and you don't want to hear it, it's okay. Just click out and just be on your merry way, because I'm just going to give you some love and positivity either way. So go do you. All right. Okay, cool. Y'all know I like to wet my whistle. So let me do that, because let's get this conversation on the road. First off, let me just tell you the last couple of weeks I've had. Let me tell you, I had the chance to work with the Poppy Jasper International Film Festival. If you haven't already, it's kind of centered in our California area here, but they have an international festival, and I got to interview the best film created by an LGBTQ member in Auckland, New Zealand, and I had the best time. And again, that is coming up. If you haven't already checked out his information, I did do a post this morning on my Facebook and Instagram. Go check it out and see what it's all about. It's a beautiful story that he portrayed in a different positive light when it comes to being, a New Zealand soldier and being in the army and being an LGBTQ member. And it was just one of those things that I absolutely love to learn about, listen, and see how it's kind of transitioned across the world nowadays. And it was just a beautiful story. So if you haven't already, go check out that post that I posted this morning. And again, the interview is going live next week, and I'm excited to do so. But with that said, what else have I done this week? I don't know. I've gone international, I feel like. But here we are doing our thing, living our dream, being that bearded, the big and tall, and the fabulous lifestyle. Because y'all know I'm the Baron Bougie himself. Okay. No, there wasn't a pause. Yes, we got Tammy Brown. Yes, Chef Carlos, working my day job and can't wait to get to my fun job. Can't wait to paint with you all. Yes, I'm excited. It's going to be some good, fun times. And again, if you haven't already, give me some love. Tell me what city, what country, what part of the world you're in. Like we just mentioned, we did have Greece in the house right now. So it's fun to see the different states that are coming in. Love this. Yes, Nayeli, thank you for being here. All right, so let's get started. How do we rest? Y'all know I did my research. Y'all know I did some research, right? So anytime I'm curious about these topics, that's how I kind of create these topics. I'm kind of curious. How do other people rest? What are you doing at home to rest? If you're watching right now, whatever you're doing, let me know in the comments down below. How do you rest? Resting is so important and so key, especially in what I do for a living and what my, local people do for a living, and coworkers and families and friends. Everyone works. Everyone's job is important. Everyone's job is crucial, and everyone's job is a part of the world and part of life. So what are you doing to take care of yourself? I know this is kind of a spin-off to Self-Care Friday that we did last year. And who knows, it's probably a part 2. But what do you do to take care of yourself? Lily, if you're watching right now, I don't see no comments down below. What are you doing to take care of yourself? Okay. How do you rest? So the most common form of physical rest is sleep, right? How many of you agree with that? The most physical and most common type of rest is sleep. So I love my sleep. Sometimes we can't get the full 8 hours anymore. It's okay. We out here doing our best life. Sometimes we have to get a little help from a muscle relaxer, thanks to my doctor, because my body is just going. And sometimes we got to take a break, and it's hard. So catching up on physical rest can also mean taking deep breaths during a workday. Okay, or squeezing in a restorative yoga class, right? Okay, so, and also stretching. So this morning I got up and I was exhausted. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I was it was hot, first of all. If y'all know where I'm from, y'all know what we dealing with yesterday. It was a warm day. I don't know how y'all in Arizona and Texas and where else? Louisiana. I don't know how y'all do it. And shout out to the family and friends that we have over in Louisiana. I know there's a tropical storm or hurricane coming up, so stay safe out there to my friends and family. But it's very interesting to kind of see how this all plays out in our lives the most common forms of stress? Please let us know. Again, wherever you're in today, whatever your city, country, state, or part of the world you're in, give me some love. I know we just had Greece in earlier, and we've had everywhere from Australia was in the house. We had Costa Rica. We've had Brazil. We've had all over California, the United States. Shout out to New York was in here before. The Philippines were in here last time, and I just love it. But let me just read some people's comments before I start my whole spiel. To rest my body is take naps. To rest for peace, go for a walk and go to the ocean and sit in silence. Yes. I love this, Nayeli. I love this. Why? Because it's one of my topics today. So I got my phone here, and yes, I'm live on my iPad over here. But let's go for my first topic today, okay? And feel free to comment down below. See, okay, we got, sleep, yes, from Debbie Sanchez. Shout out to you, my love. Yes, okay. So how are we resting, people? All right. Technical difficulties. All right. So we might be afraid to rest because doing so will just set us back. How many of you have to agree with that? Sometimes taking a few hours and day off to kind of lay in bed and just take some rest and maybe take a nap is very hard for us, only because we've already gotten up. We started the day and we're already go. And now we're trying to figure out how are we going to be able to stop. Literally stop for a couple hours and take some rest. And that's kind of how I struggle. Once I'm up, I cannot take naps during the day, and I can't lay down, I can't sleep, and that's just something I just can't do, right? So if I can just sit down somewhere, take a rest, and just stay off my feet, that's what I consider rest for my body, and that's what I feel more comfortable with doing, right? So again, taking that midday rest is so hard, but again, so crucial for a lot of us. It's been too hot to rest, feeling like a zombie today. Yes, Trisha, I agree, sis. It is a warm one here in California. I'm telling y'all, wherever you are, wherever you're doing, it's a warm one this last couple of days. And let's just hope it cools down a little bit, right? Summer is upon us, but again, finding the way of resting, air conditioning, and this PG&E bill, whoo, child, it's going to be a fun one. Let's see how that goes, right? So, all right, search beneath the surface, right? So, Saudi Poor stressed the importance of getting curious about why you're not resting, about the thoughts and feelings that are driving you need to stay busy. So why are you having those drives to stay busy, right? A lot of this can be work. Work can very well keep us busy. That's our drive to keep going, to get more productive, more production, more things going and filtering. So we got to figure out and that's what I do. I literally figure out what's keeping me busy. And for a lot of my time, it's my work life, my career life, my podcast life, right? I have to make sure the content is good. I have to make sure it's solid. I have to make sure I go live and post a flyer midweek so people know what we're talking about, right? So I had to uncover and look beneath the surface of what's stressing us out, right? What stresses me out, and what's minimizing me from rest, okay? Tammy Brown, oh, I love this. Not a napper either. She can relate to me, yes. I rest when I finally get home about 9 or 10 p.m., making a cool drink, a Whitney pink vodka with a bit of 7-Up. Okay, sis! And put the feet up and finally let the day go. I love that. I love that. Tammy, shout out to you, sis. That is a beautiful story right there. But again, if all of you are kind of very similar, that's what you got to do sometimes is find your happy spot. What's going to make you rest? And again, for me, sometimes it's waking up and literally just laying there for a few hours. And sometimes it's nice getting up and waking up at 6 a.m. because then I lay there for a couple hours and I'm like, this is what I needed, right? Rest. And I watch my little YouTube videos and I do my thing. You know what lately I've been enjoying though is a good bubble bath. A good bubble bath, period. I'd take some of that Mr. Teal's Epsom salt with a little eucalyptus. I lay in the bath and I relax. Hot water, just kind of enjoying that. Of course, we're in a drought right now, so I have to minimize how many baths I take, apparently, which is rude. But I love me a bubble bath. Yes, Nayeli, I have to agree. So yeah, bubble baths are key. So that's kind of what I like to do. Also, I did talk about this before. Self-guided meditations. There's so many self-guided meditations on YouTube. You literally get your little cute phone, your little iPad, your little laptop, press play, go lay down, and just do what the meditation tells you to do. It literally tells you to close your eyes, relax, do your thing, and it helps guide you, which is beautiful. I love that, and it's going to help you kind of in different ways. There's self-guided meditations for anxiety, for de-stressing, for grieving, for just clearing your mind, and that's a beautiful thing to have, really. And again, it's free, right? Self-guided meditations on YouTube are free, and they're good. Let me just tell you, I've been there's some that are 5 minutes, some that are 10, 15, 30 minutes, some are 1 hour long. So if you really need to find some time and space and close your door, wherever your office is, your car, obviously put the air conditioning on and just relax for a few minutes, do it. Take the time for you, because you matter and you are important. Am I right, everybody? Give me a hashtag YesChefCarlos if you're still watching. Whatever you're doing, tell me where you're watching from and enjoy, okay? So let's go to the next section, right? Rethinking the narrative. This won't happen overnight, but it's important to chip away at the narrative that most people find restful, okay? Most people tend to attach their successes to their worth, value, and identity. We need to reframe and shift the narrative to a more realistic view, such as the task does not get done today. It does not mean I have failed. It means that I will just get it done tomorrow, right? So literally what that just said right now, I love, because it's true. Okay, if you can't do everything in one day, that's okay. There's no point in stressing it. There's no point in staying up an extra hour or two. There's no point in stressing overnight and be like, I got to get up, I got to make a list, I got to do this. Get it done the next day. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, right? Save it for the next day. And again, if you can get something done one day, that's okay. You're not a failure. You're not going to be wrong. You're not going to, be behind. It just maybe wake up an extra few minutes and get it done in the morning, right? Or put it on your calendar, say, okay, here's a reminder. I got to get this done tomorrow, and that's it. Right? I get up every day and I look at my calendar and I see where my meetings are, what I'm doing in person, virtual, Zooms, and I'm literally trying to figure out my day. And that's what I do, right? I'm doing that in the morning, and then I'm kind of just taking it by moment. If I know I have to be at a location the next hour, I get up, right? If I wake up 15 minutes earlier, I start getting the coffee going, I open the windows, get some fresh air, let the dogs go do their business, and then I just kind of move on from there. Right? So it's, again, finding those things that you have to do to make things better the next day for yourself, right? So there's times where if I'm going to have a busy day, but I need to also clear my mind and rethink some things, I wake up at 5 a.m. and from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. I just lay in bed. I'm resting. I'm not on my phone. I'm just laying there. I'm rethinking. And then from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. I get out of bed, right? It's my routine. On those days where I need to really regroup my life, I wake up at 5 to 6 and I'm just laying there relaxing, not on my phone, just enjoying myself, right? 6 a.m. hits, I'm out of bed, I get the coffee, let the dogs out, and I just sit and I write things down. I check my agenda. I'm not on my phone again. I'm just checking everything else in my world, right? Trying to figure out what's going to keep me organized, what's going to keep me structured. What's going to continue to make me successful at the end of the day. Okay. And then when 7 a.m. hits, bam, I'm out there, I'm getting ready, I'm doing my thing, checking my phone, checking my calls, my emails, all the good stuff. But again, I still had that moment, that 1 hour in the morning to plan. What's the weekend going to look like for me? What's the next week going to look like for me? What's the next podcast conversation, which I already have 6 more set up? And when can I have time to actually sit and record the podcast that launches August 1st? Plug. 8 different platforms, August 1st. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let me just say, recording's been fun, okay? Especially when you have dogs and you're doing it during the meal time. All bad. All bad. All right, so next one. Practice acceptance, right? We're almost done, everybody. Just take a minute, enjoy it with me. We got some love over here. I love the hashtag YesChefCarlos coming in. Y'all doing your thing. I'm getting lots of hearts and loves. I appreciate it over here on Instagram and YouTube. Y'all are beautiful people. Okay, practice acceptance. Remind yourself regularly that you're not a robot and you can't do everything at once. Some tasks simply won't get done. Practicing acceptance, accepting things as they are. Let me read that again. Practicing acceptance, accepting things as they are. Enough said? Right? I love that one. Okay, and give yourself the mental space to rest. Mental space to rest. Okay, mental space. Whew. Clearing the mind, right? What's hard for me sometimes, to be honest, is this little guy right here. My little cell phone has been part of my stress, my mental stress, my anxiety-driven stress. It's all on that cell phone, right? Making sure I get that post done for this organization, as you all know. Get that post done for this organization. Email this person. Set up this conversation. Book this podcast. Get that speaking engagement done. And that's just kind of what it is. That's what life is, right? Plus having a full-time job and doing that, because that requires a lot of attention, right? So accepting and practicing acceptance is huge, right? And as it basically says, if it doesn't get done, don't stress it, right? Okay. Being intentional. As you're about to rest, suggest saying to yourself, I'm going to rest now, and asking, is my mind at rest? Am I truly allowing myself to be resting at this time? So at night, I literally am by myself sometimes, and I tell my dogs, all right, let's go to bed. It's time to go rest. And I do tell them that, because that's kind of weird. But my dogs go to their beds and they rest. And I'm like, okay, now it's my turn to rest. Put the phone on the charger, turn off the notifications. It goes into quiet mode. And again, I start resting. Literally taking a time for myself at night is my happy space. I do turn on sometimes the Golden Girls on the Hallmark channel. Don't judge me, sis. Don't judge me, my Golden Girls, right? But hey, it's Christmas all year round on Hallmark channel, and I love that. So don't judge me. Don't just fun fact about me. I love the Golden Girls, A, and B, I love the Hallmark channel, and B, C, I love Christmas, and all those three together is a good time to me, let me just tell you. Okay, take in your surroundings. Whew! I love this one because I was referring to the Nayeli, who did mention go to the ocean, sit in silence. That's the way she rests. And again, this one has to do with that. Spend 5 minutes sitting on a beach. Notice the sun on your skin. Notice the colors around you. Notice the sounds. Notice how the beach feels. Allow yourself to completely be present in the beach, at the beach. So grounding yourself. I love the fact of grounding yourself. I love the Golden Girls. Miss Marie Blankley herself is on, everybody. I too love the Golden Girls. Marie, who's your favorite Golden Girl? Put it in the comments. I love to hear. Again, I'm a huge fan of I'll Go After You. Right? But I love the Golden Girls, yes. Hallmark Christmas, yes. I was listening to Christmas music this morning. It's a vibe, I tell you. It helps clear me out a little bit. Anyways, grounding yourself, right? There's times where I feel so much anxiety, and I feel an anxiety attack about to come on, and I have to ground myself. I learned this a couple years ago from a sound healing therapist, Blanche. You would be the Blanche favorite. I love Blanche. She's dope. She's cool. She's a good people. But I'm all about Sophia. I'm the bitter, the angry, the older, I'm all about Sophia. She's so fun. But yeah, back to this conversation. Grounding yourself is so important, right? And as I learned a couple years ago, after, experiencing some trauma in my life, I learned to ground myself and how important it was. When I literally feel the point where I'm like, I can't breathe, I can't look right, I can't see, I can't feel, and the phone just keeps going off and off and off, I have to ground myself. I turn everything off and I sit in silence and I say, you know what? Today is July 18th. It's Friday. It's 1:27 p.m. I'm at this location, in this office, or in this room with this person in front of me or next to me, or I hear their voices. I'm grounding myself and I'm literally putting myself where I need to be, because that's where I am. I put myself into reality. So grounding yourself is so important because it helps you find your true space at that time you're feeling the distress. And again, this is just what I do. This is what I go through. So I hope that helps one of you or somebody out there of, learning to ground yourself. And it can be through music, right? Sometimes I feel like I have to put a certain song on to get in that mood of feeling grounded. There is a song by 𝐉𝐵𝐢 McEntire. Yeah. I don't know if y'all know 𝐉𝐵. I love 𝐉𝐵. It's called Be the Light. And I'm all about listening to Be the Light because it's such an amazing feeling for me, because it literally gives me the chance to be the light for, somebody. Either someone around me, around people, I got to be the light for someone. And that's what I'm all about, is being the light. So I love to listen to that song. If I feel at a point where I feel like I can't do everything, and that's okay. If I can't accomplish the world today, I have till tomorrow to do it again, okay? I put the song This Is Me to give me some self-empowerment. I'm all about that. So it's a good feeling. But if anyone ever wants to check those two songs out, Be the Light by 𝐉𝐵, and then there's another guy who sings it with her. I forget his name all the time. And then there's the other one called This Is Me. It's from the film This Is Me and the Broadway show. So check out those two songs. Those two songs are the ones that I kind of listen to when I need that power, that love, that energy to continue to go on and be strong for others. So check it out, okay? Wherever you're watching from, whatever you're doing, please give me some love down below on my Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Everyone out there, give me what city, what country, what part of the world you're in. Let me know. I'd love to give you a shout out. And again, if you're watching today, give me a hashtag #YesChefCarlos. If you haven't already done so before, give me some love and some energy, because I'm out here living the best life, doing my best thing, living that bearded, the big and tall, and the fabulous lifestyle. All right, let's close this girl today. Okay, last but not least, focus on yourself. Let me read this one, okay? Y'all ready? I'm going to read this one real quick, okay? So we're talking about how do we rest, and we're closing it out with this last topic. Focus on yourself. When figuring out how you like to rest, focus on what grounds you, helps you feel most alive, and connects you to yourself. This will be different for everyone. For one person, cooking is a meditation practice. For someone else, cooking is misery. For someone else, cooking is misery, but again, you might find these activities restful or not. Journaling, drawing, sipping coffee while watching the sunrise, practicing yoga, or sitting on the beach are great positive ways to rest. Okay, we're 27 minutes into this conversation today. The Yes Chef Carlos podcast is coming to a close. Again, I gave you some topics, some light, some energy on what I do to rest, and I would love to hear all from you. If you're still watching or wherever you're joining in from, please write down in the comments down below. Tell me, how do you rest? How do you find yourself resting? What gives you that tranquility? And again, we just gave you some I do journaling, right? I do self-talk. I do positive words, affirmations. Yes, yes, yes. Tell me what city, what country, what part of the world you're in today. And again, I'm ready to close this conversation because I feel rested. Again, I put on my cute little candle that smells like Fruity Pebbles. I don't know about you. I love Fruity Pebbles, and that makes me feel rested, to be honest. So I hope you all have a great weekend. And again, this conversation is done. The power of resting is important for all of us. The conversation is out of here. It's out into the world. We've manifested it into the community. I'm ready to go out. Whew. I'm ready. Yes, come through Trader Joe's. Rosewater, Trader Joe's. Thank you very much. Trader Joe's not sponsored. But I hope you all have a great weekend. Again, giving some last shout out to Marie Blankley. We had in there anything with my dogs is rest. Yes. Thank you, Carlos. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Gilroy, California. Y'all, my hometown is here. And yes, my godfather is out here. Yes, Chef Godson. I love it. I love it. And again, Night Ellie was in here. So again, I appreciate all of you who joined on today. I hope you have a great restful weekend. And more importantly, take some time for yourself. Rest, take care of who you are and your mental health, your physical mind and your being, everything about you, and get some positive rest, okay? I'm going to do it. Y'all better do it and go do it right now, okay? I appreciate all of you, sending you some love. And again, beautiful light and out there in the world. Keep doing what you do. And more importantly, live proudly, unapologetically, unashamed, and be proud of who you are. And more importantly, be true and stay true to who you are. All right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you all have a great one. I appreciate all of you. And again, bye.